Brentford 3, Manchester United 1. And where do I start on that? Because every time that I come online and I'm like, that has to be it. Because every win seems to be presented like a false dawn, because I'm not sure where to even start today. Do you know what set the tone for the match for me? 2 minutes into the game, channel ball, Maguire covers over, can pass back to Bayern, and he just kicks the ball out for a throw-in in our defensive third. Knowing that Brentford thrive on set pieces, long throws, and that's one of their most dangerous routes to goal. And I seen that and I was like, yeah, we're in for a long game today. Where's the footballing IQ? But where is the instruction? Giving shit fouls away in our defensive third as well. Just always keeping ourselves under pressure. But when it comes to Amorim, right, because he'll be the topic of debate, and as he should, this Brentford side have been one of the worst teams in the league this season. They've had Vissa taken. We've taken Mbumo from them. They leak goals. They don't hold on to leads. They're a nervy outfit. And the biggest tell was Keith Andrews turned up to the game today and was like, I know we normally, when we're playing against the big boys or against sides that we feel like we'll have less possession and we might have to nick it, they go conservative. They go 3 at the back. They go 5 at the back, actually. Short up shop. 3 centre-halves. Wing-backs. Probably match up with us. But Keith Andrews has seen us and went, you know what? I don't fear United. I don't fear Amorim. I'll start with a back 4 like we're playing against one of the lesser teams. And just outplayed us all game. Keith Andrews is a set-piece coach, by the way. And he's just done a number on our gaffer. And even if we go and win next week against Sunderland, you might call me negative. I'm not seeing anything sustainable with this game model. And the fact that United, you know what's the biggest indicator that there is nothing sustainable with what we're seeing? Is that statistic of not being able to win back-to-back Premier League games. And for all the players that you slate, and they make mistakes over the course of 90 minutes, 100%. But United have good players. They have quality players and you have good attacking personnel. So when we win games in the Premier League, it shouldn't be a surprise. It's just about how we follow it up. And we never seem to do. And the biggest issue with sustainability is the fact that we can't win back-to-back matches, because we win one game, teams see how we play, because we're so easy to set up against, so easy to prepare for, so easy to press, so easy to attack. It's awful. It's not good enough. And I've actually got to the point where I don't envision a future where Amorim turns this round. I think we are just sleepwalking towards the inevitable. Can dig out individual performances. I thought Mbumo was poor today against his old side. Thought De Ligt was frail in a game where he thought he'd excel, box defending, set pieces, head the ball out. He's not gone for Euro in the starting lineup, which concerned me because I thought Shard's pace, vulnerability there. But it's almost like we turned the game into the one game state that favours Brentford. And that's making it choppy, slow, all about duels, balls in the air. We got bullied, got outworked. Amorim got outclassed by Keith Andrews. I'm going to keep reiterating that. And we look lost for ideas. And you slate players, but if it isn't for a bit of individual class and ability in the final third, we don't create anything. 0.04 open play XG in the second half when we're chasing a game against Brentford, who leak leads week in, week out. Šeško got off the score sheet, right? I was happy for him, buzzing, because I thought he showed glimpses of ability. Didn't have a fucking kick in the second half. Not a kick, not a pass, not a cross towards him. And that's a match where we're chasing the game. And for all the XG merchants, as I've just used it, we usually hoard XG in games where we're behind or chasing a match, where teams sit in not believing we have the ability to break them down, which was again the case today. And we couldn't even do that today. Absolutely awful. Bruno has struggled all season. Let's have it right. But I don't want him scapegoated for that pen miss when it should have been a sending off and he had to wait too long to take it. But him not having an obvious place in this system, whether it be in a pivot or as one of the wide tens, he's not starting, but it's quite clear that he's a square peg in a round hole at the moment. And that's meant to be our best player. How can you back and get behind something in a system, a tepid way of playing, where if you're going to keep Bruno, the only benefit of keeping Bruno Fernandes is putting him in positions where he excels, which is where he's not have to keep the ball, track runners, be almost a defensive duel in the middle of the park. He's almost like, his best days is when he was like a second striker, especially under Ole. Forward areas where he can be creative, where he can be a little bit more risky with his passes. He's not afforded that luxury when he's sat deeper. Him being some sort of metronome and having to keep the ball, that's not him. We've just got a manager that constantly puts players in suboptimal positions and areas. And then they get the blame when things go wrong. And then the one time that things go right, occasionally, it's, see, this is why we should back it. I don't see anything to back right now. I took a little bit to do my review because my head was kettled. Because Mainu gives the ball away for the third goal as well. And I knew that would be another discourse, so he shouldn't start, he shouldn't play because of that when we're chasing the game. Absolute nonsense. 17 losses in 33 Premier League games. That's above a 50% loss rate for the people that love maths. That is horrendous, and I don't care what circumstances, what excuses you give. That's not good enough for Manchester United. That's not good enough for fucking Brighton, Fulham. But we're sat here to accept it because apparently we've just got this blind hopium and faith that things will just magically turn around. He's the next Sir Alex Ferguson. Look how much time Arteta got. Just thinking all these basically anomalous or anomaly situations, just harping on hope. And the one thing that me and Jay have been saying, anytime we criticise the manager, or any criticism towards the manager is based on evidence, results, actual tangible things that we're seeing, and then anything that's kind of in defence of him or backing him is just based on hope, hypotheticals, maybes and ifs. And the ones that criticise the manager are apparently the ones living in a separate universe. Catastrophic. Can't believe what I've been watching. Dorgu again today, poor. But I've been saying I think he's been hung out to dry. He's a steady left back with serious potential there, but he's not a left wing back. I think he's made, in 85% of his games, he's made a centre-half sub. I'm not a fan of changing centre-halves. You're not going to get no cohesion, no stability. Just awful. Thought Cunha showed some bright spots and quality. You can tell he's a proper baller, but you can tell he's trying to force a goal. He's trying to force a goal at the moment. Probably feeling the pressure, trying to do too much. But just no synergy. There's no cohesion with what we're watching. And you never know what you're getting week to week. The gaffer's even said that before the game. He's come out and said, I'm not sure what I'm going to... Hey, listen, when I hear press conferences, I'm just thinking politician out of his depth. I've just about had enough of it. And we're just on our way to basically another season wasted. Poor Brentford side, and the way we've made them look today. It made Thiago look like prime Didier Drogba today. giving them set pieces, just basically playing into their hands. There's even certain situations where there's 5 minutes to go and we've just got a goal, Šeško. Brentford are very nervy when they take the lead. And United go into a passive 5-4-1 low block, no pressure on the ball. Just letting Brentford kind of ease their way into half time. Then we come out second half. Like Amorim's not even spoke to the players. Unforgivable performance. And Amorim needs to book his ideas up, but I don't have any confidence in him that he will. Thought Ugarte was okay. The low poor pass into Cunha, could it have been a foul? Yes, maybe. But I think the pass from the low was poor. Maguire, then there's still a long way to go. It's like the Manu giveaway. Then you got Maguire as well, stepping up when he shouldn't. But it's all right, man. We probably won the game on XG. That's all you care about. One game a week, right? 1 game a week, 4 weeks training. Barely any injuries. And United are abandoning the build-up. I've seen Jack Fawcett talk about it and he's bang on, he's right. Can't coach a build-up. Can't coach a press. What we doing here? We haven't got midweek games. We ain't tired. It's not like you can't get any training time on the pitch. Turn up to a relegation-threatened Brentford team and make them look like they're the top side. That's probably the easiest game they've had all season. Absolutely shite. Don't know where we go from here. Can't think of one player that's put in a position to succeed. Bayern did diving like he's on pro clubs. Few camera saves as well. Had a decent game, so won't be too harsh. But the last one, straight in the middle of the goal. Got no hope, no chance. Another weekend ruined by United, eh? Question I say to all you, because I'm done here, is when's enough enough? You tell me. But I'm gone.